What up, everybody? Youth News back. And better than ever.
And what number attempt is this?
Trace.
Is this the third attempt?
Trace. This is third.
The trace attempt right now because we went for it twice and things just kept popping up. Such is the life of two teenage guys broadcasting from their basement. Or in your case, I guess you're... Where are you right now?
I'm in an undisclosed place.
An undisclosed location, and I like that too because that just adds mystery, which we don't really have a lot of because basically everyone knows everything about our life.
No, they don't. They don't know anything about me. Nothing at all.
Okay. We should put a poll on Facebook. Tell us about Tyler's life.
I will do that right now. I will put...
Or
no,
Twitter,
wait, you have to. You have
everywhere.
to, because it's under yours.
I added you as an admin on
Oh,
Facebook.
you did?
You should...
Did you?
I did indeed.
That's right, you
So
did.
right now, Tyler's contemplating whether or not he remembers whether I did that.
Yeah, you did. Alright.
She probably doesn't. Okay, now he does.
So what should I say? Just...
I mean, I don't know. You don't have to do it mid-show.
That's
This
true.
isn't live, is it? Yeah, no,
No, it's not live.
You did tell me it wasn't live.
Yeah,
and see,
it's not live.
at the beginning of this, beginning of the show, I was talking to Tyler. Actually, this was take 2, so before we had to stop and restart. And I asked Tyler, "Is this live?" Because I legitimately didn't know whether or not we were doing a live show. And I was telling him that just shows the lack of communication between us.
That is true.
Like, you want to do a show? And I'm like, sure. And midway through the show, I'm like, is this live?
Midway through the first intro, or the second intro.
I know, it was not even midway through the show. It was like 2 minutes into the show. Well, anyways, tell us. We'll get a poll up at some point. Tell us about Tyler's life. You can post a visitor post on our Facebook page, Youth News Radio on Twitter at Youth News Radio. You can tweet us there. Tell us about Tyler's life. What do you know about Tyler's life?
I'll put something on Twitter as well.
There you go. That's a good idea. All right, Tyler, where are we going to start today? I mean, I guess we should just give a quick preview of what we're going to be doing. I've got a couple of things. I've got my updated power rankings, which I have neglected to do for the past few weeks. Only getting back on track to do them again. I've got some fantasy football sleepers this week I'm going to get to. I haven't done a lot of fantasy football stuff on these shows. And we will be going over our NFL football team draft, where at the beginning of the season we chose our top 5 best teams and our top 5 worst teams. So we picked 20 teams total. Each of us picked our 5 best and 5 worst. So we'll be going over that, seeing where we are in the standings. Let's just say a team to be one of the worst. It hasn't exactly panned out. And if you haven't heard about that, we will find out about it later. I'm not going to name any names, Tyler. I'm not going to name any names.
All right.
Also, Tyler's got some music news we'll get to as well. So,
and I won't
we start,
misspell it this time if we put in the title.
What'd you say?
I said I won't misspell it this time when I put in the title.
There you go.
If I put in the title. Kind of like my show where you're like, yeah, it's spelled wrong. I'm like, oh, crap.
Sevenfold. That's how he... So I actually haven't got a chance to listen to it. On his Teen House music show recently... Actually, when did you do that?
Huh?
When did you record that episode?
Like a half hour before. And then I did another show. I said, are you ready? He said, give me like 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, so I did another show, and I still have to do part...
Oh, okay.
I still have to do part 2 to that show.
But seriously, Avenged Sevenfold. We should make that a hashtag. So it's basically like Avenged Sevenfold, the band, except there's no D at the end.
I should call we should start another band called Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold. I mean, that's sort of plagiarism, but yeah.
Yeah, we won't get sued or anything like that, will we?
Anyways, no, I don't think we will be. But Tyler, let's jump right in. What should we start with? Should we start with
the draft?
What everyone's ready to hear. What really is the sole holds our show together, because everyone loves to hear it. I think I do too, because I don't even know where I'm standing right now. All I know is you picked a certain team.
That was really bad. Yeah. So what do we bet on this again? I'm trying to remember. I think we just said we gave each other like a pack of Oreos and a soda or something like that.
I think that's it. I think it's pretty much so. Like basically, there's a chance that we're each buying each other one thing. Like if you win the worst team, or if you win the best team and I win the worst team, or the best, if one of us wins, if we each win one. So, but yeah, I think it's. I mean, really, if we each win one, we don't have to get them for each other.
No, it cancels out. It cancels out then.
Cancels out, exactly. All right, well, take it away, Tyler. Let's see where we are.
All right. So we're gonna start off with Caleb right now. Caleb picked, as a reminder, Caleb picked the Cardinals, Steelers, Seahawks, Texans, and Colts. Cardinals are 4-6-1. Steelers are 6-5. Seahawks are 7-12 or 7-3-1. And real quick, these are of week 12, not week 13. Texans are 6-5, and Colts are 5-6. So Caleb, that puts you at 28, 25, and 2. For me,
I have a winning record here, so I'm not too I'm not feeling too bad about that. The Cardinals, that was a tough pick for me. I liked my picks because obviously the Steelers won this week. The Seahawks are doing well. I like those two picks. But the Cardinals won this week too, so I'm trying to think. I know Colts won, Steelers won, Seahawks won, and Cardinals won. So 4 of those teams won in week 13, which is kind of nice.
But we didn't. These aren't week 13. These are week 12.
Right. These are week. These are not week 13. But I'm saying, in the future, I'll be heading in strong with a couple more wins.
Yep. So what's the final week of football? Is that
final week 17? So we just had week 13. So then we got 4 more weeks: 14, 15, 16, and 17.
The next time we do an update on this will be week 16, and then we're gonna do another one right after week 17.
Exactly.
All right. So for me, I picked the Patriots, Panthers, Green Bay Packers, Raiders, and Bengals. Not sure why I picked the Bengals.
Wait. You picked the Raiders?
Yeah, I picked the Raiders.
Dude, I forgot about that. You know what? Props right here, right now, because I thought they were gonna have a solid year, but I don't think anyone expected them to do this.
No, I thought they're gonna be like a solid team, but not this solid.
Not 10-2 solid, right?
Well, at the time, 9-2. So Patriots 9-2, Panthers 4-7, Packers 5-6, Raiders 9-2, and Bengals 3-7-1. So that puts my record. Drum roll. Hang on.
My microphone literally just fell off my desk.
Unfortunately, we don't have a drum roll. I was gonna put on a drum roll thing, but we don't have one.
I wonder, can you hear this at all? Let me try and see if you can hear this.
All right, I can hear that. Yeah. And my record is 30, 24-1. So, Caleb, right now I'm beating you.
You're beating me by what? 2, 1.5, maybe?
1.5.
1.5, because I have the tie. Okay.
Of the tie.
Right. We have to keep in mind. The Panthers got smashed. Now I'm just going forward. All right, I understand that these were just week 12, but I'm looking forward a little bit. Panthers got smashed. Raiders, Patriots both won. Bengals won. So actually, you did pretty well. And I'm looking back now in week 13. Most of your teams won. I think it's interesting with you though. A lot of your teams are either great or terrible.
Yeah.
You got the Patriots and Raiders, who are 2 of the top 3 teams in the league. And then you got the Panthers. And who is your other terrible team?
Bengals and Packers.
Which the Packers are 6-6, but they're not doing very well here. And then all my teams are like pretty much average.
Yeah. All right. So for worst team, Cab, you're you know what? We'll just come back to that in a second. So right now, for worst team, you have the Browns, the Bears, the Bills, the Titans, and the Rams. So
right. Who is the third team? I missed the third team.
The third team is the Bills.
Okay. Well, you know what? I could have done better, but
yeah. So I probably took some of your picks too.
Not too.
So the Browns 0-12, Bears 2-9, Bills 6-5, Titans 6-6, and Rams 4-7. And that puts you at 18-39.
Yes, I like that. I like the sound of that. Where it's one of the few times ever where a losing record actually is music to my ears.
Yeah. And then for me, I got the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Bucks, the Eagles, and the Ravens. Cowboys at 10-1, 49ers 1-10, Bucks 6-5, Eagles 5-6, and Ravens 6-5, and that puts me at 28-27.
Oh my gosh, my face right now when you read those names. The only legitimately bad team is what, the 49ers?
49ers.
The 49ers is the only legitimately bad team. I think every single other team that you just mentioned
is average.
Is in the top half of my power rankings, which I will reveal later. The Cowboys, obviously. Who else do we have? The Ravens.
Eagles and Bucks.
What else?
Eagles and Bucks.
Eagles and Bucks. I'm not sure the Eagles might be outside of the top half, but
and
over half those teams are playoff contenders.
Yeah, and
at least.
Here's the other terrible thing. I would right now be tied with Caleb. If I kept that as my best team list, I'd be tied with Caleb right now.
That's funny. That's ironic right there.
So pretty much what I need to happen for me to win is I need all of Caleb's teams to just win these next 4 weeks and not lose. And that won't even be enough probably. And I need all my teams to lose.
Browns, and I've seen some posts about this on Facebook. Knowing the Browns, they'll probably do the most Browns thing possible and win their last 3 games and somehow screw up the first draft pick.
Yeah.
You just know it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you always know it's going to happen.
Everyone's like, okay, all right. All the Browns fans are like, okay, we're going to get the first round pick again, though, so that's nice. And then what? They win their last 3 games. The Bears, Jets, and 49ers all lose out, and they got the fourth draft pick. And the Jaguars, too. They get the 5th draft pick. That would be the most Browns thing possible to happen.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on. Do you want to get to anything, or should I go over my power rankings?
Yeah, I'll go through my music news real quick. I'll give the short story instead of the long story. The long story is on my show. If you want to go check that out, it's the Avenged Sevenfold episode. So to just summarize what's going on here real quick. So Avenged Sevenfold earlier this year left Warner Brothers, and they decided to sign with Capitol Records, and they under Capitol Record, Avenged Sevenfold released a new album. But Warner Brothers is now trying to is going to be suing Avenged Sevenfold because Sevenfold left with their contract early with one album left on their contract, and Warner Bros. Decided to just get rid of that one last album. They decided to do a best of album 2005 through 2013, and the band was not notified, so they were upset about that. But Warner Bros. Is saying Avenged Sevenfold breached their contract, and yeah, it's just crazy.
Wow, this is an interesting story. I might be interested in following this.
Yeah, so the story that I'll be that I got off Loudwire. So this one is Avenged Sevenfold is not supporting this best of album. So here's the story. Avenged Sevenfold left Warner Bros. Earlier this year with one album left on their contract. They signed with Capitol Records, under which their new album, The Stage, was released on October 28th. A7X made an announcement that the single The Stage was... A7X made an announcement after the single The Stage was released that the new album would come out December 9th. And Warner Bros. Made the announcement that that day that the best of CD would come out December 2nd. The band was upset about not being notified about the new album from Warner Bros. Avenged Sevenfold claimed that Warner had failed to notify the band of the pending release and did not involve them in artwork nor the song selection, citing this as a breach of their contract, and stating that the label acted, quote, in a fit of